Hey guys, Captain Ensign here, and we're finally at another EU collection update. So, got these over the span of a while, so once again, prices are gonna be iffy, but I'll say what I remember. So, first up is Legacy Volume 4, and if I'm not mistaken, I think this finishes off the Legacy stuff, which will be nice. And yes, so as you can see, I've moved my omnibuses. They are now located here, along with my Transformer stuff. And well, that's limited space for you. But yeah, fucking beautiful right there. Okay, so first up, physical copy of SWOTOR. Found this at a flea market for $8. I already have the game downloaded, but I always planned on getting a physical copy just so I could, one, to have a physical copy and also display it next to both KOTOR games. So, that looks pretty nice, I'd say. But yeah, have the game downloaded. I've spent hours in this game, and of course my biggest issue with it is the fact that it's an MMO, and thus really bogs down my experience. If this was just a single player game with none of the MMO stuff, I would like it so much more. It sucks because I'm really into the story, but just the gameplay and the MMO aspects just drag it down for me. Next up, the second edition of A Guide to the Star Wars Universe. Got this in a eBay purchase with another book, which we'll see soon. So this is nice to have. Yeah, sure, when you got something like Wikipedia, one would think you wouldn't really need something like this, but shit like this is always good one. Of course, physical copy, but also if you ever just feel the need to flip to a page and read something for a few minutes and boom. But, yeah. Oh, and also an addendum, which goes back to my very first EU collection video. And given how much this meant to me as a kid, I fucking hate myself for forgetting about this for so long. But the plug and play Revenge of the Sith game. I played the shit out of this back in the day. Yeah, back when the family TV was a giant gray box that was also heavy as shit. But yeah, and I haven't played this in years, unfortunately, because, no longer have that TV or a TV like it, but still, lot of memories with this. Yeah, plug and plays. Certainly a different time. Different fucking time, Jesus Christ. Okay, next up is the script for the episode 4 radio drama. Yeah, finally decided to pick this up. Can't believe it took me this long to get it, but I finally got it. And I think this is one I got with A Guide to the Star Wars Universe. And I was like $20. But yeah, and good thing about this is that this is like an extended cut of the movie. And plus, this is longer than the other scripts of the radio dramas too. So it's like, yes, this is going to be a really fun read. Really excited to get into it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as you can also see, the scripts for Empire and Return of the Jedi. Empire was like $20, I think, and Return of the Jedi was like $30. But yeah, so glad to have these. they're the type of things where, kind like a bit more obscure than, say, I don't know, it's Force Unleashed, but, still up there, so glad I finally got those. Yeah. Nothing down there, but, finally filled up this space. Okay. Yeah, still need to make room on the shelves here. But I've got Revelation, Tempest, Exile, Fury, and Inferno for Legacy of the Force. I already had Betrayal, Sacrifice, and Invincible. These three were the only ones that Del Rey made hardcovers of for whatever fucking reason. So yeah, the rest of the series, like New Jedi Order, trade, but still, I only have one more book to get, and then that's fucking done. I'm trying to think. I think I still got a few more books here. Definitely need to complete Young Jedi Knight. Yeah, definitely need to complete Young Jedi Knight. But it will be nice to have the entire post Return of the Jedi content. Well, novels and young reader books anyways. But yeah, nice. Alright, so this is where the real fun begins, I guess we can say. Right. First up, I got me some more magazines. First up, this, guess we could call it a one-shot about Boba Fett. This is from the same editors as Star Wars Galaxy, so it's essentially, I consider it a Galaxy spin-off, but yeah, this is cool. I got this in a lot with a whole bunch of other Galaxies for like $20. I want to say some of them still in their original poly bags, which is cool. But yeah, number 5, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, number 6. Of course, I already said 5. 7, 8, 10, 11, and 12. So outside of 9, I'm trying to remember how many issues there are in Galaxy. I think once I get 9, I should be good, but again, I'll have to look. Okay, next up, more... Next up, more role-playing material. Got these at a comic shop for, I want to say $10 each. I got them for cheap regardless. I don't know how much they usually go for, but yeah, it's good to get the RPG stuff, because, well, canon to the EU, so whether I like it or not. But, it's also just cool to have the RPG stuff, I think, because, you do get, some good bits of lore. The Essential Atlas, I got this at the same comic shop. Oh, I know, I got this at a different comic shop for, well, it's, can't see the sticker, but for like $24. But yeah, really nice to have this. Unfortunately, this was published in 2009 and written by, or co-written by Jason Fry, so, plenty of TCW material. That's unfortunate, but, obviously I can't complain too much. It's nice to have something like this. God, I miss when Star Wars gave this much of a shit. Like, man, just look at this. Like, reminds me of a simpler time, but yeah, great to have this. I don't remember how many other guides I need, but you know, again, good to have this. Now these two I got at the same flea market as SWTOR, but from a different vendor. So these weren't even on my radar. I just saw them both for like I think $20. But first up, The Art of Return of the Jedi, which is also acts as a means to show us the script, along with, you know, a bunch of behind the scenes stuff, concept art. So yeah, like I said, this was not on my radar, but I'm glad I saw it, because, you know, I fucking love shit like this, you know, behind the scenes stuff, concept art, getting a look at least a draft of the script. Assume it's the shooting script, but still, you know, like I said, cool to have. Yep. Oh, we're just gonna wear sandals instead of the ugly boots. But yeah, again, great to have this. Other thing that wasn't on my radar, the Complete Vader. I don't know if I had heard about this beforehand. But cool to have, you know, Ryder Windham, so that was going to be a good time. $25. And so this essentially acts as a... I don't even really know how to describe this. Pretty much... well, this was written in 2009. And I don't know if I had heard about this beforehand, but it's essentially just showing off pretty much all things Vader. You know, we got promo art, showing off covers, and promo material, covers, you know, behind the scenes photos. Of course, I've also got plenty of Anakin stuff too. Cool. But yeah, so something like this is like really, really fucking cool to have. But now it's time we move on to something that's, I'd say, like really fucking big. So let's get to it. Alright, so I've moved locations. So now it's time for the items that I'm really fucking proud of. Yes! I, Captain Henson, have finally started getting my hands on Star Wars Fact File. For those who are unfamiliar with Star Wars Fact... For those unfamiliar with Star Wars Fact File, it was a magazine not released in the US for whatever fucking reason. That was, well, you know, Fact File. You know, this, let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, you know, just info on vehicles, weapons, droids, planets, characters, battles, and events. Each issue would, you know, give you that. Okay. You know, like, oh, the Droideka, or, oh, it Bespin, IG-88, Luke Skywalker. You know, essentially, guess you could really refer to this as like a physical version of Wikipedia. Now, I paid $70 for these two. What I have here are the first 39 issues plus 45 to 48. Okay, yeah. Like I said, $70. And considering like each individual issue can go for like $10 and above, that's a really, really good deal. But yeah, you know, UK. But before I make fun of Luke Warren for not having a Star Wars thing that was released in the UK, Fact File wasn't just released in the UK, it was released in a bunch of different countries. The big ones being the UK and Japan. And if you go on eBay, the UK and Japanese versions are the ones you'll find. Now, Fact File ran for, I want to say 140 issues. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, 140 issues. Thank God. I, for whatever reason, was thinking 180. But funny enough, there was initially 120 issues. Japan, for whatever reason, got 20 more. And the thing was, those extra articles were written by the UK writers. And then those eventually, you know, got added to the UK and I think Dutch ones as well. But yeah, so 140 issues, not released in the US. And the thing was like I said, like this is like a physical Wikipedia. And now I don't know, and I know one of the writers was, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, but Abel G. Pena. Those familiar with the EU should recognize his name. He's written a bunch of articles, some short stories. He knows his shit is what I'm saying. He was one of the writers here. And so I don't know how much lore or new bits of lore came from the Fact File, but one in particular involves the GBA game, The New Droid Army. For those who know the game, it takes place during the Clone Wars, and this was also made during the Multimedia Project. Anakin kills Dooku in the game, which would obviously raise some questions. Well, it was Star Wars Fact File, I think issue 116. Abel G. Pena used the concept from Dark Empire. You know, I'm spacing on what the technique is called, but pretty much making a force copy of yourself. That's a dark side ability, and Abel used that in Star Wars Fact File to explain, you know, that weird inconsistency. And I think that was later brought into another guide. I'm not sure, but that explanation came from Fact File. So there is, like, lore, new bits of lore info here. But, again, only released in pretty much all over Europe and some parts of Asia, not in the US, even though shit like this would be really fucking important to have. And the shipping cost, God, the shipping cost of this stuff. Still though, I got 43 out of 140 issues. That is not and plus, you know, again, $70. So I am off to a good start with this. And I would also just like to take this opportunity to say, haha, Luke Warren. Another UK Star Wars product that I have and you do not. And once I got all 140 issues, that is going to be a time for a final celebration. I mean, like, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know how well known Star Wars Fact File is. Hell, I don't even remember how I stumbled upon it. But there you go. Fucking fantastic. Out of all the members of State of Star Wars, I am probably the only one who has this. And that is cause for celebration. So what do you all think? Do you like my finds? Or the fine additions to my collection? Have you ever even heard of Fact File? Do you plan on selling your arm and your leg for it? Let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, this is Captain Henson, signing off.